Listen to this episode if you are trying to dive into email marketing and you are unsure of where to actually start. This is a question that I get asked from businesses, honestly, all over the board, from businesses that are just starting, that businesses that are making $5-10 million a year in their selling products online. It's like, where do I actually tangibly start with email marketing without being too salesy or without taking the human away from business or without being annoying to my community? This was a question that I was actually asked by one of you inside of my Small Business Cafe, which is my free podcast community where you get access to ask me questions and gain some more support, dive deeper into podcast topics. And they said, where to start with email marketing without feeling too salesy. With a little bit of context, she said, I send random emails when I have a launch, but I don't know if I'm capitalizing on it enough. And I don't want to risk being a little too salesy, or I don't want to risk being annoying within my community. And this is something that I hear a lot. It's like, this idea of not wanting to be annoying. We all hate that company. And at least I am stingy with my unsubscribes. Like I guess I'm not stingy with the unsubscribes. I am generous in the unsubscribes. I am clicking that button all day long. And so somebody like me who is probably on the absolute end of the spectrum of like, I am unsubscribing all the time, as well as somebody that looks at people's businesses all the time, their emails, their analytics. Let's talk about how to really go about doing this. If you're new here, I just want to take 10 quick seconds to say hello. Welcome you to the Small Business Growth Podcast. I'm your host, Madison Page. I am a business growth specialist. I help product-based brands build a ride or die community around their brand on social media. I like to teach in a fun, conversational type of way. I like to say it's kind of like sipping coffee with a biz bestie, where instead of these stuffy, hyper-scripted episodes, it's kind of like you're sitting across from me having brunch and we are just chit-chatting away, and we have a very fun and engaging episode for you today as well. Email marketing has 500% higher conversion rates than social media. That is 6 times the conversion rate that social media has, meaning it is still one of the highest converting marketing channels out there. If you are not utilizing it in any capacity or in the 2 different types of capacities today, you are leaving money on the table. For most, social media is going to be kind of where people find you. It's going to be your top of funnel. It's going to be your nurture point. It's going to be the home of your community. Your email is going to be your point of sales. I talk a lot about having more of this like linear marketing framework, this marketing framework that not everything is supposed to point to sales all the time. A lot of people think that their marketing should be parallel, where like every social media post should be selling, every Instagram story should be selling, every text that you send should be selling, every little marketing piece that you are posting should be selling, but that's not the case. There has to be some that is built for growth, some that is built to nurture, and some that is built for sales. Your emails are built for sales. So when people tell me, I'm worried about being too salesy, my answer to them is you shouldn't be. Where you should worry is if you're sending 2, 3, 4 emails a week. You don't have to bombard people with information. What people are on your email list for really is that bottom of funnel style of marketing. So there's 2 major types of emails that we really focus on with all of my clients. It's broadcasts and it's sequences. It's basically like one-time emails and funnels in and of itself. So the difference here is a broadcast is like an announcement. It's a nurture point. It's a one-time email. They have no triggers. They have no funnels. It's just like, I want to say this. It's basically like a forum. It's a memo. It's this is going on. Let me answer this question. Hey, we have a launch coming up. It's basically telling people, announcing something, telling people what they need to know, as well as doing a little bit of nurturing. It's like that bottom half of the nurture funnel, as well as sequences. Sequences, let me tell you, are one of my favorite things to implement in businesses because it is something that is working for you when you aren't even working. You have to set them up once and they are constantly working for you behind the scenes. Their funnels, their triggers, their opt-ins, their sales flows. It's, when somebody does this thing, they get put into this customized email funnel based on what they buy. So if they buy this product, or if they go to your website 5 times, or if they've bought 5 times from you, you, then you upsell them into a subscription automatically. These funnels are some of the keys to a freedom-filled, sustainable marketing strategy, because it's what allows things to, like marketing and sales content, to be going out even when you're not going out, because there's a lot of automations behind it. So what I recommend starting with, which is the question that this person asked, is where to start with email marketing, is I tell them to start small with broadcasts and start with sequences at key points in the buying cycle. So broadcasts, don't feel like you need to send more than once a week at the absolute max. If you're just getting started in emails, you literally could send one a month or one every other week. That's totally fine. Start with sending broadcasts as kind of an announcement. Start with thinking of your broadcasts as when you have something big going on, a restock, low inventory, a launch, something along those lines. With all of my beginning and scaling business owners, we really start with just a few of those. You don't have to do too much. When you have your selling seasons happening, those active selling times, yes, we want to have some broadcasts. But when we look at sequences, we want to instill sequences within major areas of the buying cycle. I do 3 major funnels at the absolute minimum. And I have had clients that we implement one funnel and they make $10,000 in 5 weeks that otherwise would have been lost in the buying process, that we triggered their audience to actually come back and buy from them based on this email funnel that we have. How did we do that? Was that we had automations in place because we knew what people were thinking, what people were doing, and we had this tracking there. We are always kind of looking at these 3 major areas within their sales process. Even before they're really sending out any broadcasts, you can have these 3 funnels. If you don't know where to start with funnels in the buying process, maybe like an opt-in, maybe some abandoned carts, maybe a follow-up sequence, maybe like different areas within your overall strategy of like when people are shopping for you, where can we have very common triggers that you can actually bring them back and get them there. And then you can expand into broadcast, newsletters, and adding a little bit more information there throughout, because you can get passive sales, passive meaning, throughout when you don't have an actual launch or anything going on. You can get those sales to happen if you are just sending emails every now and then. Emails are really actually easy, that I have plenty of clients that they know they will make a minimum of, $1,500, $5,000, $800, whatever, every time they send an email, just because it's kind of like a notification saying, hey, I'm here, don't forget about me. So I would start with sequences at the very kind of core parts of the sales sequence, of the sales process, then start playing around with broadcast. Don't say you're going to do it every Friday. Don't say you're going to be don't tell everybody I'm sending you an email every Friday. Don't do that, because when you don't do it, when you start to get sick of making an email every Friday, I have a lot of clients that say, I'm going to start email marketing, so I'm going to send out a newsletter every single Friday, and it's just going to be like light and airy and providing value. But if you start like a Friday newsletter, then you are stuck to that now and forever. And so what I would recommend doing is just doing a couple of broadcasts here and there and see how they really start to work, get it. And then we can look at other triggers within the buying process. So when they buy from you 5 times, or when they buy a specific product that might need more information and really improving the overall customer experience, there's a lot of ways we can go with emails. Start with sequences, then build on top of it with a couple of broadcasts when you have major events, and then we can kind of expand from there. I also want to say, do not worry about being too salesy in emails. People are on your email list to understand when you have a discount going on, to be notified when you have a new launch. These people are on your email list because they want to buy from you. They want more information from you. So don't send them 10 a week. Don't even send them 10 a month. You just have to be there and provide them the actual information that when something is going on in their business, they want to be notified. So send the dang emails. Be salesy. You want to filter in nurture emails, but we do need you to be salesy because it's sales driven content. That is the goal of having all of this other content out there that provides value, provides inspiration, education, is that when you want to sell, you can, because you have so much other content out there. Now, if your marketing, if your social media, your stories, your feed posts, everything is just constantly selling, yeah, people are probably sold out from you. You have milked every dollar out of those people that are ready to buy from you. But if you are moving them through this linear marketing process, they're getting to your email list because they want to buy from you. They want more information. They're looking for that information. So give it to them. So some quick tips here at the end. Keep them branded. Make sure that you have a system. I like Flowdesk. I have a link for Flowdesk. I think you get 50% off for your first year. Send me a DM and I'll send that link to you if you want. I love Flowdesk. It's like the Canva of creating emails. Keep them branded. They should feel similar and curated from your Instagram. Like there should be no friction between visuals and like what your brand looks like from your social to over on your emails. Segment your audience as much as you can based on how they're shopping, what they're buying, the actions that they're taking. Provide value every once in a while. Answer people's questions. Tell them what's trending. Tell them what's popular right now. Customize emails anywhere that you can. Put their name in it. Customize it based on what their actual actions are, how they're shopping from you. The more you can segment and customize, the better. And think of this as the major bridge in your customer journey from interested to buying. Like these people, we've talked the last couple of weeks, we've been talking a lot about customer journey, awareness, interest, desire, action. We have awareness, you have interest, you've built the desire. This is where people are taking action. This is that final step. This is getting that sales process going. So I have a lot of people that ask me like, Maddie, do you work with email marketing? Or like, hey, like, would you help me with my email marketing? This is a major area of the buying process. It's a major area of your marketing system. It's something that is necessary in everything that you're doing to have these emails in there. I still recommend every single company have email marketing going on within their business. Why? 6 times the conversion rate of social media. So why would you have social media if you don't have an email marketing? It's also going to correlate super simply with social media. People are going to your social and they're used to joining an email list. Emails are not dead. Absolutely. First start with your sequences, then go to some broadcasts, then start talking a little bit deeper about more triggers, more segments and things like that. But if you are looking at how to start with it, start with sequences, because those are the things that are going to sell even when you are not selling, even when you are not around, even when you are not on social media. Those things are still working for you if you can get the eyes there. And that is how you really start having some really easy, seamless sales system out there. Today is the final day for my once a year promotion for my programs. I never do promos, but it's over a $2,500 bonus. If it's something you're interested in, come on over to my Instagram. It's the final day. If you've been craving support, want to work with me directly, have my eyes, my brain in your business for an extended period of time, this isn't just a course. This is me really working and becoming kind of a business partner with you for 3 months, 4 months with this promotion. You get a free month of support. You get a discount on your offers, and I never provide discounts for my stuff. So if you've been listening to my podcast, you really want some support, you can click on over to my Instagram at This Is Madison Page. Would love to talk to you there. I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope this answered this person's question. If you want me to answer your business questions, you can also join in to my free podcast community, and you can submit a question for me to answer in a podcast as well. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope this was helpful for you. I love you. I'm rooting for you. I'm in your corner always, and I will chat with you in the next episode.